How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Bitcoin, looking strong, very bullish. Want to go over a few signals here and indicators that are great signs for Bitcoin. So let's start off with our previous measurement here. We had this ascending triangle. So right around $43,000 was going to be our target, which we hit right here. And we didn't see much retracement after that. Typically, if we were to pull our fib from our swing low to our swing high, we would have seen a retracement in any of these three key levels, which are the 0.382, the 0.5, and the 0.618, which is right down here. So what would have been expected here on a typical uptrend is either bounce here higher, you could have dipped down here, or down to the 618 higher. Any three of those levels are a typical retracement on an uptrend. And now Bitcoin blew right through that and has continued higher. So what I'm really bullish on in Bitcoin. So there's a few things we have to address here, and I want to point out. So we had our golden cross right here. A smaller time frame moving averages have crossed above the 200. Now the 200 will typically act as resistance or support depending on what side it's on. So what's happening here now, we're going to use this 200-day as support. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use our fib from our support lines and resistance lines. And you can see 618, which is one of those key levels I was telling you about, lines up perfectly with the 200-day moving average. So if we did get a retracement, it makes perfect sense to use that 200-day as support. However, we're just pushing higher and higher, and what I think is happening here, let's clean this chart up a little bit. I want to go to the daily. So what I want to look at here is this trend line going right up here. Now we got a touch down below here. We have another touch here that was used as support. If we zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So you can see that trend line was used as support. It tried briefly here to use as support, fell below it. And let's get it back to the 4-hour here so we can get a closer look. So you can see here, support, tried for support, fell below it. Now we're back up above, and we have regained that level for support. Now, considering all of this going on, we got a golden cross, we're back to our support level over a very long time frame. I mean, we're talking a span here from October of 2020 to today. So there's some good history on this trend line. So my thought on this is right at this level here where we broke above our trend line and used it as support. I think this is pretty much the bullseye. Now, if you're thinking that, you know, right here, we used it as support and we fell back below it. This is obviously true. We see it on our chart. However, we're missing one ingredient that we don't have over here. We don't have any golden cross. Our moving averages haven't crossed over, and our price action never broke above this 200-day moving average. So what we've talked about before is charting these out, doing technical analysis. This is about putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. And right now, they're all coming together. We also got some good volume coming in here. I mean, everything's lining up to create the perfect storm of a bull run right here. And I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin start taking off. Now, one thing to take into consideration is Biden's executive order on crypto. What's going to happen with that? No one really knows what's going on with that. My personal take on it, I think it's just going to regulate these exchanges a little more, which is fine. I know a lot of people are kind of upset about that because that was the point of crypto, was to be unregulated, and it's grown far past that at this point. There's major institutions involved. In a bullish scenario, I do see if what ends up happening is more regulations on crypto, is I feel that these institutions all these larger funds will have more comfort investing these larger sums of money into crypto. So as bad as it may sound, I don't think it's really that bad. Now, I want to go over a couple other coins that have some big potential I've been watching. It's crypto.com. And we've been playing around in this rising wedge here. Now, typically what would happen in this situation is it will break to the downside. Now, when these things break to the upside, you can see pretty explosive movement out of the price action. And I just want to go into the 1 hour here, see if there's anything else we can kind of pick up from this. So you can see we previously broke out a resistance, used it as support. We did get rejected. Then we got rejected again. It was resistance. Broke above it. And then we used it as support again. But the difference here is when we broke out earlier, we didn't have the same volume as we do now. You see back here, much less volume on these nodes. So I think this breakout and retest is a much more confirmed breakout than our previous one, which is why we fell back below briefly. All right. Also, I've also been watching XRP. XRP has been pretty strong lately, and it also has a few catalysts to kind of push this thing further. There's been obvious issues kind of delaying XRP a bit with all these lawsuits, all that, but these are kind of turning to the right direction now, and it's reflecting in the price action. What we got going on here, so we got this bull flag forming. We got a pull here. Now, our measured move on XRP is going to be about $1.12. Now, if we highlight that line, turn it red, we can see that's been a pretty significant area of support and resistance. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. So if we can break above this resistance line right here, that's going to be another bullish signal for XRP. Now, this is some news today, about an hour ago. XRP versus SEC. Ripple's reply puts XRP in driver's seat against SEC. So this is going to give XRP quite the boost, in my opinion. So I believe that article is really going to help this setup play out. So what I'm really looking for out of XRP is a break above this resistance level here, which is around 90 cents. Now the reason for that, same thing I've been highlighting here. You always got to take into consideration there are many support and resistance levels, but some are much more key than others. It's the same thing: support, resistance, resistance, support. Now you can see here, it's been resistance a couple times. So what we really are looking to see here is a break above with a retest and some volume. That's going to do it for today's videos, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you liked the video, leave a like down below, comment down in the comment box of what you think this market is doing, any coins you're looking for, and I'll see you next time.